predictions race here, Rivington, because we're going to bind. And even if we go to a Game 5, you're going to bind again. If you look at the numbers here from this Envy squad, they got beat 13-4 by the Sentinels to kick open this weekend. Most recently, they played Dignitas, and they only scored 7 rounds. Now, aKis has been playing Killjoy on this map, and I would love to see him go to the Sage instead, because Killjoy has not worked, and this is fantastic news if you're an Envy fan at home. Killjoy hasn't worked, but previously, Together We Are Terrific, and this Envy squad in general has looked way better when aKis is on the Sage on this map.
All right, we are on to our second map. Let's see if what Doa said is right. Who's farmed more forest boars as they go into Hookah to start things off? sinatraa obviously getting a few, but mummAy answers back as he unravels the side of Sentinels in their Hookah take.
Very clean headshots coming out of mummAy is going to give Envy a chance here, but they're already down a player, and Spike is going down from zombs. So Sentinels will have the post plant setup they want. They have a Sage of their own, and Sika's going to wall off that CT entrance, meaning you got to push through elbow. We've got ShahZam watching it. Good luck, Envy.
Nice smoke from Calypso. That dark vision will allow him to play a little bit off of this Sage wall. Help from aKis in Hookah. The 3v2, and there's so many angles in this site pocket. It's going to be tough.
Zombs with the ghost. He gets the classic. Is going to win this battle against the Sage. Calypso finds 2, but it's not enough. ShahZam is there. And while Envy take down 4, it's Sentinels again with another pistol round victory. This is how they started the last map. They went off to a 9-3 first half victory. Will they go off to that hot start again? It's really the rifle round 3 that I'm keeping my eye on.
You know, they can quickly go through these rounds. ShahZam actually switching over. Now onto that Sova. Sinatraa is going to be the Phoenix, as we actually heard Maui talking about before, since it becomes so big in their Hookah play. And we'll just start off great trades. Rounds like this tell you that both teams are coming to play. The players are ready to hit their shots. And like Lex was saying as well, anybody can beat each other here. And we're seeing it.
Sentinels going to take their time here as dapr going up against FNS in a bit of a camera battle. Finesse with just a pistol will take out dapr's camera, but aKis is there to stall out. Meanwhile, the real hit is coming into A. And at this point for Sentinels, they just want to keep range. They have 3 SMGs. They've got 2 Bulldogs to work with. And they just can't give up any kills to an easy shorty or something like a nasty ghost again coming out of mummAy.
In these trips spell B, I'm very surprised though. Wonder if they get a cam in here? Could be a shotgun coming from the side of Envy, but they get through unscathed, and it's just going to be one in the back of the site. Can FNS do anything? He makes quick work of Sick, but gets traded back, and it's going to be Sentinels in B site again.
Zombs again, going to be your bomb carrier, is actually going to toss that one over to sinatraa. So
sinatraa
may be going for the ult early on, like you just mentioned, so he is 1 away from having to run it back for that rifle round 3.
Let's keep an eye on if he continues to farm those. Always an impact player. I mean, he goes for the Sova ults to be able to open up the map. Why not to run it back to get in the face of your opponent?
And I think, honestly, that's why you're seeing Envy just give up this round. They're just trying to stay alive over at the A site. They do not want to feed the early ults, and that is a heads-up play from Finesse and the rest of the squad. Whoever made that call, big brain plays. You already lost the battle over at the B site. Just stay alive. Let's give ourselves a chance here in round 3.
And Sentinels as well, coming on to bind. Golden Boy calls it the standard. I like it. They go back to these compositions we saw at the beginning, right? That Phoenix could be a Jett, but that's not Raze. There's no Omen there. There's no anything else that kind of takes it away. So I feel like those compositions are so sturdy. They have a lot to offer on defense as well, and you also have a bit of the opening. So they throw together that default comp here, and we still see Envy trying to go aggressive. You always like having more duelists. I mean, I do.
And can we take a look one more time at the economy here? What did Envy buy up, and where will they be positioned?
Like quite a few Phantoms all around, as well over towards that B site.
Don't trust the UI rating. Just kidding. It's likely Phantom buy here.
They
didn't
have
get any kills, so I would be surprised if mummAy has that early operator.
You're quickly to the orb. We knew it, Pocket. He goes right for it.
sinatraa gets it over here at the A site, and now run it back. Combined with the Spectre, powerful combo, but aKis with the perfect defense weapon. The Judge at short range can be devastating. He trades out kills and gets the info.
So, trying to tag a few as he peppers dapr down. Sick trades back with our shot, and now the bomb. Default plant from Sick. Zombs hold showers almost up and over. A big play coming in there from mummAy, but he didn't catch the ledge.
ShahZam just backing out wisely. They know just play with the time here. You've got the Jett weak. mummAy can't truly peek healthily, and he is just the last player who will get pinned down. ShahZam with the Bulldog finds 3. He is just 2 orbs away from an ult of his own. The Hunter's Furies have been devastating for the Sentinels, and I'd love to see Envy. Let's just go for a 5-stack here. We can't play at default unless we're hoping for a miracle first kill and steal a weapon. Maybe get weird. Get aggressive. See if you can catch Sinatraa before he catches you coming out of hookah.
All right, Puckett wants to get weird. We'll see what happens.
Always.
We do have 2 already over towards that B side. Now we're actually going to see that it is kaboose. Maybe he's going to peek, hop through with this push coming in from Calypso as well in showers. They may try to pincer immediately.
Double operators.
Running back is in.
And there is an instant punish coming out of Calypso. Excuse me, that's mummAy who hit that shot. Calypso on the opposite side with an operator of his own. But Finesse is going to have to deal with this push. 2 players coming up B long. Sees the cameras coming out of hookah, so at least he knows where dapr is, but who is joining him in the hookah?
Gates out already coming in from FNS, or I'm sorry, from dapr. So they have a way to cut down their angles jumping out of hookah. I think the pressure from Sentinels slows down to see if they get Envy in any pushes or any error peaks here. Slowly moving forward, Sinatra's going to try to start this off with a hot hands to the back of the site and is now up to Envy to defend.
kaboose is going to push himself up top, but instantly shut down. 3 kills being scored here from Sentinels, and they only have 2 more players to deal with. They're on opposite sides as aKis is going to get cut down. Calypso gets the news. All of my teammates are dead. I'm just going to take this operator and try and work some magic here in round 4.
One of the things that really impresses me about Sentinels is even in those strats, you know, they didn't make too much noise after their initial utility use, which makes the enemy think that you could have left, but is also still prepared for a late rush. Sentinels executes that late rush so well. It leaves the enemy with no options to stop them. They can wait as long as they want, they can pressure it to the last few seconds, or they can go just a few after their first utility use. The way they execute just seems to be very hard to stop.
I love the concept here of the double op. MD went with a light buy in round 3, a very light buy, making sure they could have this dual sniper setup. And mummAy, he hit his first shot. Unfortunately, it wasn't on Sinatra's real body. It was on the run it back. And then just smoke after smoke, cage after cage, blocking off the vision before they rush you with the Phantom. Sentinels can just apply pressure like no other team. And it's really tough to try and think. You're sitting down with your coaches. How do you counter what the Sentinels bring to the table on a map like Bind?
It's difficult, right? Because you're going to have to shoot that run it back. Giving up that off information makes Sentinels feel like, oh, that's a much easier site to rush with utility. So you're right. The way they figure things out just allows them to play inside their opponent's mind almost from the beginning of the round. Great push here coming in from Envy. What a jump, what a dash, but mummAy goes down almost immediately. kaboose coming up with the kills that he usually finds in those pressure moments.
And that's what I was hoping to see from Envy. I expected it in the previous round, didn't realize they had saved. Now, with just low buys, they were able to get out. They trade out mummAy for 2 kills, and most importantly, they walk away with weapons here. So it could be a more even fight on site. zombs is going to start this one up with the orbital strike. That's just going to force defenders out of position. And kaboose, he's going to make his Vandal count. ShahZam goes down. This is huge round coming in from Envious.
They know Calypso's rotated over. They can guess what kind of utilities already came at them from the site. Do they decide to teleport here? If they can make a bit more of a move out of the site. No, it's going to be a committal here to the B. A great shot by Sinatraa. Oh my god, he goes for the classic. Felt like he was being rushed from elbow, and he's ready to make it work either way. The 2v1 now. Puckett, can he make it work? Sinatraa coming up with possible 4K.
Sentinels,
oh my god,
have a star. Sinatraa with the ace on map 1. Here he is in the 1v2 clutch to close it out after all of his teammates fall. He grabs kaboose. He grabs 4 of them in general.
And
I've already said it. Pay the man $200,000 minimum. Look at this.
So there's definite error in a retake where you're allowing somebody to find 1v1s, but take no credit away from Sinatraa. He is also creating these 1v1s with immaculate movement around his enemies.
Is that a 1v4? Someone in chat, let us know.
Gross.
Count it at home. Make it official. I'll be putting together a top 5 later, but expect that play in it. Ridiculous stuff coming out of Sinatraa. Let's see if Sentinels can continue to apply the pressure. It's going to be a Sheriff Spy from kaboose, who is going to be waiting around the corner. And dapr is just going to draw the attention. You see 3 players stacked up there, but the spike is still in the middle of the map, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the Sentinels finally start to work the A site.
Oh, a shock dart just nailed aKis, actually, as he was on D in that U-Haul. ShahZam also finding the darts. Whether it's ShahZam or Sinatraa on that Sova, they wreak so much havoc before you even see them.
In that Hunter's Fury, don't be surprised to see that come out again.
Yeah.
They love trapping players in U-Haul. They love punishing it. You saw zombs do it in their first meetup. Hunter's Fury gets the same job done. Wall goes up, but the counter wall from aKis, and they're not going to expect it, but Sinatraa, he reacts in time. Headshot is clean. ShahZam finds his second. Envy's in trouble.
Getting picked apart left and right. Takes a lot of teamwork for the U-Haul wall, as you have to be able to make sure you're covering it even after the plant. Sinatraa takes down kaboose here, and they knew this one would be pretty quick after the opening, and now it's just a 5-post plant as they look for where FNS might be with his frenzy.
Yeah, and you're kind of wondering, what is he doing? There's not much to save here. Well, he's going to try and take a gun off. But even if he stays alive, you're saving $1,000. He's got the 50 armor still there. The frenzy in hand is another 400 credits. But Zom says no. Empty that bank account. Come at me next round. We know you're going to try and buy up, but what can you purchase here? Yeah. The double op didn't work in round 4. You're looking at round 7. Envy's going to go for the buy, and once again, they will pull out dual snipes.
So let's take a look at Sentinels' attack here overall, what they're doing, what they're setting up. It doesn't seem like the default needs to be much of what they're playing. They have their side traps and intel from the drone, or however they move forward from what ShahZam opens up is enough for them. It seems like only a little bit of info is all they need to have the confidence to take the round here. We will have another far play coming in from dapr as he puts a great cam up for showers. That's good intel.
Yeah, Calypso against Dignitas really like to push through here and go for some snipes, aggressive snipes through the showers. I think dapr has been watching the film. His camera's going to catch that before anything acts. But really, it's these 4 players stacked up on the left side of the mini-map, led by Sinatraa again, who opens up with another 2-piece.
The crosshair placement, the firing obviously had a little bit of help behind him there, but just for sure, always sure about himself to be one of the first ones in, trying to open up the team. And look at the aim, able to tag someone in the back of the site. Sentinels hits you before they even get in the site.
Everyone forced to back out, and that is going to be a free plant. dapr finds mummAy amongst the chaos as everyone has rotated in. Good luck. aKis is trapped between 4 players. He does have some help from the far end as Calypso finds one with the operator, but he's just got to run for his life. Sentinels are gathering their 7th round, a very expensive round for Envy, as Calypso walks away with just 1 HP.
The hunt is on. He has a bit of a util to use. Probably doesn't want to give too much of that Q or C out, but he actually will ult. Is found for a moment.
Okay, a little cheeky play, saying, "I wonder how far they chased me. Can I go back? Can I get this to defuse?"
I mean, yeah, right. Also worth to get that ult out, even if it saves the operator. It seems for them, giving that over to mummAy is going to be big. Does he save it? Oh my God! Oh my God! The jumping classic from Sick. And that it was. Sick coming up with what was his 3rd kill, but being at the bottom of the scoreboard isn't what you look at. It's the impact of the frags, and that was huge.
Oh my goodness. It all starts right here. kaboose versus Sinatraa. You're looking to compare first bloods versus first deaths. Sinatra's got some of the best in the game. On the other side, kaboose, he was absolutely shut down in their first meetup on this match. Again, he's on the Raze. He has the toughest position of holding that hookah door, and he is getting pummeled. Just Sheriff's out. They're looking for nothing but headshots on the defensive end. We'll see what is going to go down here as aKis opens it up with a big one on zombs. There's no one there to trade, so that is a free weapon there for the A defense.
Nice laser shot opening up, getting, like you said, a little bit more for themselves here on the defensive side. Sentinels with the res. They also have a Sova ultimate coming in from ShahZam if they want to play that. Spikes drop for now, and Sentinels always work a little bit slower, once they have a lost agent in the beginning of the round, but once they get to that execute, it's just as methodical.
And this is so clean. Like, they're just clearing the angles. They're wondering, do we even need to invest the res? Should we save it for next round?
It's a crazy consideration, right, Puckett? Almost all the time, especially on a gun round, you'd look to go for that res almost right away. Now they do, losing a few more members, and it'll look like that return on investment comes through.
All right, if I'm zombs, my feelings are hurt. I'm saying, yo, you're going to bring Sinatraa up out in the open where he can get naded, but just leaving me on the ground? Either way, looking at the numbers, it was the right decision there, as we're going to see. Everyone survived that battle, and dapr is in a race against kaboose to get back to B. He connects with a headshot through the wall, and this will be a free plant.
Best Cypher NA coming through here on Sentinel's side. dapr hitting his shots all the time, has a high first blood with his lurks, and he just offers so much from that position, being the intel. Here we see U-Haul for aKis. Can they make this work for a few kills?
And aKis does have 2 picks this round. We should remind everybody. This time, he's going to fall at the hands of ShahZam. I'm trying to hype up these Envy boys, Riv. But look at Calypso. Again, knife out, running away just to go. 3 players from one side, 2 players from the other. There is no escape. I feel for Envy. I've been in this position playing matchmaking, but that's with a group playing for the first time. How do you deal with the pressure from this Sentinel squad? They slowly work their way onto his site, and then all of a sudden it feels like everybody is in your face.
It's like these shots, that is just wild as he can run in. This one, I feel like that is the moment where you're telling yourself to be so ready for aKis that you're focused on being ready and actually forget to shoot, right? You're trying, because it was a moment there.
I got this. Oh, crap.
Exactly. ShahZam was just standing in front of him, and it just had the shot.
All right, here we go. 12-3 is Sinatraa, one of his cleanest performances on attack that we have seen in his Valorant career. And he's looking to make 13 and more as an opportunity for 2 more players. As ShahZam gets the info, he could actually get this pick in the back. Wall goes up to buy time here, and that is a key play from aKis.
They're just able, even with that ult, they figure out who's at the site, Puckett. And the information coming in from Sentinels. Always tidbits here and there. A good push in. mummAy keeps one from dropping. Sinatraa and dapr come up with 2 kills to open up the round as it's going to be a hookah strike.
This has got to be so frustrating. And Sinatra's going to get healed as soon as he jumps out here. In fact, Six just says, I want the kill. He's going to run in. Ice is off the back. No wall. He had used it previously in the round, but Spike will go down, and it's going to be a 4v2 here for mummAy and Calypso. Calypso does find dapr, though, so a small victory early.
And again, with the way that Envy has told us, we heard from kaboose, they relay information to FNS as a mid-round team. You know, defense is the opponents coming to you, but Sentinels is not allowing any of that mid-round intel to go to Envy. It's a hit, they execute, and Envy is forced to act with the information of Sentinels being in the site, planting the spike already. That's so hard to play from when you're a few steps behind each time. And we'll see if Envy can use that, though, on attacking side to suss out how Sentinels is playing, because this looks like it could be a 12-0 first half.
mummAy has some really nice flicks throughout this series, especially on that first map. This would be a big one. As ShahZam actually doesn't go up to heaven, mummAy will keep his sniper, but that got a little bit dangerous. Just like Calypso, my heart was beating for him in the final moments. But mummAy, he's got an opportunity to be the hero here. He doesn't have his Blade Storm yet, but he could be working his way towards the ult if he's able to pick up a few kills, as he is just 1 away. On the other side, you're going to see the run it back available. The orbital strike. Expect some B action from Sinatraa and zombs. This duo can be devastating.
And Puckett, this is Sentinel's map. Taking it from Envy, saying, yeah, we'll play your map, and then we'll take attacking side and just be a freight train all the time. Run it back, comes through, the train's back on the track, and here comes Sinatraa. Possibly a flash over the wall. The team helps him out. The combo to come through, and he can't get a kill just yet, but they have info of who's on the site.
And not only do they know where the Sage is, they heard the action from the left. kaboose with a great counter, though, as he goes up and over. Unfortunately, can't find Sick with the Vandal, and he is going to get dropped. Finesse instantly gathering the info. But what is there to know other than you're outgunned? It's going to be Calypso in a 1 versus 3. And how many times have we seen Sentinels actually hit A? I think it was just the 1 round.
Yeah, honestly.
It has been B after B after B. And they do not have an answer on retakes.
I like that round from Envy. That was Envy not waiting to be a few steps behind, but instantly playing off of what that side of Sentinels was trying to do. See Sentinels still just having the momentum, coming out with shots as they waterfall out of that hookah area. It seems unstoppable for Envy to find the angles that keeps Sentinels out of B. You're right, it has not been that much A take or even A intel. We see dapr go over, figure out what he needs to there, and they continue to hit that B site.
Occasionally they'll play for the orb and showers.
For
the rest
sure.
of the time, they're just looking down long and going
treat.
through hookah. Let's take a look at the start of this one, as it's going to be ShahZam and dapr nearing double digits. Calypso, he has done the best job. As the A player, he hasn't been overwhelmed nearly as much as his teammates. But now it's his turn. He's going to get aggressive, going to see a drone, and that means, well, normally ShahZam and Sinatraa, they run in pairs. Hot hands at the feet of aKis, and already your Sage is out of it. Raze was up for Envy as well. So a big pick early on from Sentinels as they continue to punish. It's just a pistol round, but Envy is getting bullied. A site is clearly taken. Spike in the hands of dapr should go down any moment.
Envy as well, pushing in with this. We see them trying to strat. What I would love to see after that is when they know it doesn't work, back up more so you're not left in the one and done position. Sentinels will quickly understand what you're trying to do and run right through it once again. Here they get 1-2 off that short A push. It's always going to be tough for Envy on the save, and we'll see if FNS can keep this Spectre and do a little bit of damage. Sentinels is on such a bankroll right now with a padding that FNS and the team are going to have to come back with the rest of these rounds to really make it work. I mean, there's only one left. This is 11, so it can't even be 2.
This is crazy to me. 11-0 start. A perfect start to your map here after stealing Haven. It was just like the first meetup. 13-9 on Haven. Their first meetup on Bind was 13-4. So it was a dominant performance. One of your best of the tournament from Sentinels. But you're looking at another 13-0 opportunity. They got one in the group stages. Will we see one in the grand final? That would be Valorant history in the making, as the Sentinels are looking for a perfect game, led by some insane fragging from their entry man, Sinatraa, set up by everyone else on the team. They're just taking turns, setting each other up for success, and everyone is connecting on heads.
Sinatraa may have had a kind of against the ropes game yesterday where you didn't frag one game, but when he gets into playoffs, it seems like he has a whole different mode he launches into, and he just keeps pressing W. We've heard from the team before that even if he goes down 3 rounds in a row, he will have the same mentality going into the next round to push forward, assist, and get kills to build the team back up.
And I feel like ShahZam is doing such a good job of neutralizing mummAy.
Yeah.
mummAy can be that pop-off player for you from Envy, but ShahZam now switching over to the Sova. He's just pinging him with shock darts. He's hitting him with recon arrows. He's pushing him out. Finally, mummAy is going to take down Sinatraa, so first blood will go to Envy in round 12, but dapr answers back, and in an instant, Raze comes out of sick.
Raze on the side of Envy, almost a shot there. Almost tagged him too, but they get out another waterfall from the hookah area, but Envy may be ready for this one. ShahZam slowly working in. mummAy's done big work this round to keep them off. And he just misses that shot. He's got to hit one of these. It's becoming a little too tight of a play on B here, as Sentinels have one player left.
Caster's Curse, you're welcome, Envy fans. Sentinels.
Got him.
Not done yet. It's 28 seconds left in the round, and if dapr wins this 1v1 against aKis, he could successfully defend himself. We've seen it in the past, but aKis wisely dropping back isn't going to make it easy on him.
Perfect call. Gets out of U-Haul, make sure he has the long range so he can play pressure after hearing that spike go down.
Both cages are available. Perfect bait, but aKis is clean.
Woo, held my breath on that one. It looks like dapr actually had the upper hand, but aKis says, no, I know exactly what you are doing. And we are on to our second half here. What can Envy do from attack? At this point, Puckett, you know, anyone would feel like we have to take it slow. If we lose one right here, it's wild. We have to play angles. So what do you do?
I do want to tell the comeback story here while it's still an opportunity, because if you watch the 10-2 performance against Cloud9, Cloud9 was up huge. We thought there's no way they come back in this matchup.
No way.
They pulled it off. So will they be able to work similar magic? I don't know. I doubt it. We'll see though. It all comes down to these opening picks.
Yep.
And you've got sinatraa playing hookah. You've watched the tape. You've played against him already. You know he's coming out at the start. The question is, does he have ShahZam with him or dapr? And dapr is going to fall to a headshot from kaboose. Perfect execution on the start.
Kaboose in the front of that train. It looks like it's going to be sinatraa trying to play more of a one-and-done position. Can he make it work? mummAy takes him down. B is now open for Envy as they look to grab this pistol round. How can the retake from Sentinels happen?
All right, so ShahZam's going to hit the port, trying to apply a little bit of pressure on the back of hookah, but zombs is going to go down, and you're going to see a smoke in the way here for Sick. So they won't be able to work together at all. And kaboose, this is what they needed. They needed their entry man to start scoring his second kill of the round. Both have been clean headshots with the ghost in hand. Finesse is looking for his. Sick is going to trade out back-to-back headshots. Round's not over. It should be, but we'll see what else he can do here.
The classic Sick, if you will. aKis finds him with a quick ghost shot, and whether he's on Phoenix, whether he's on Sage, he is always providing your team with a bit of extra money, able to take one or two out each round, even from a very precarious spot. So always watching for Sick to be able to put that up for Sentinels. We're talking about Envy, though, in the second half. They're able to come out with that round, give themselves 2, and it looks like Sentinels will just let it go. Safe, a soft eco for them as they look to go to the next gun round.
And this is a risky buy. Okay, now they are going to invest. I was thinking maybe we're going to see this solo Bulldog try and go for the heavy ARs in round 3 instead. Last second, they buy up to the triple SMG. mummAy is still going to prioritize that op, and you can see with some great camera work, 2 players are spotted, and dapr will get dropped, though the support not there like he expected, and great push coming in from Envy.
A little bit of a back and forth. Nice job by ShahZam in the back of the site as Envy tries to enter, and they do swarm on Sentinels hard enough to take that one down. Sentinels even reading a little bit, and it's good to see that Envy was able to close that round out.
So that's back-to-back rounds, right, to open things up. That dapr is playing hookah, and he gets taken down. sinatraa not really there to support like he expected, but it's a tough round going up with just pistols against guns and armor. Fair fight here.
I think they're going to start
5 ARs versus 2 Spectres, a Bulldog, and the Operator in the hands of mummAy, and you're really looking at that Jett to get the opening pick at Long B.
And this is the play that sinatraa and ShahZam love to run. A bit of intel peek, the flash peek, and they play off each other one after the other here. You can see now ShahZam, sinatraa ready to make that play, and there won't be an op shot just yet, but I think this one will play out, Bucket.
ShahZam's just so annoying. He hits you with the owl drone. Make sure you can't truly sit up or set up that hard angle like you want to on mummAy. And they're not going to re-peek this. sinatraa is just going to patiently wait until he hears something. Then both he and ShahZam will bust around the corner with their phantoms ready to go.
Nice camera in mid here.
Do you wall up and run through the portal?
Ooh.
It could be a move from Envy that we've seen previously.
Just a few more seconds on that. ShahZam with the first kill coming up. Here comes the flasher on the wall after Paranoia. Can this be it for sinatraa? And there's just too much of an angle. Envy stays safe.
Triple flash, but kaboose was able to get through hookah. That is going to be the saving grace here from Envy as Calypso comes out. Sick holds strong. 2 through the wall. He's going to earn himself a res as well, so can bring a teammate back. Meanwhile, Spike in the hands of the Jett as mummAy is going to try and get this plant down, but it'll be a 1 versus 3 retake defense after mummAy gets this plant out.
Where does he go? 1-up draft. Few of the cloud bursts. But it's the Bladestorm and the Operator. I think he saves Bladestorm for another round when they have to get an eco in. And dapr just eagle-eyes these shots as the team comes in, finds his mark. And Sentinels will put Envy on game point.
He's like, you know I can shoot through that wall, right? Yeah, 1 bullet. He only had 13 HP. No luck. Sentinels looking to lock in a game 2 with a better score than their first meeting. 13-4, 13-3.
Yeah.
Would be some pretty incredible statistics, considering this is a grand final.
And we look at split after this as well. That's going to be an Envy pick. We know Sentinels to still be good on that map, but maybe Envy can use a bit more of the default strat on split. That's what you get out of the map. That's where intel can be huge to then make a different move. On bind, the enemy can be on you so quick, even in that fake.
Sentinels have only lost split 3 times. One of those 3 in this tournament to Cloud9. A second one to Envy several weeks ago. ShahZam, he throws out the owl drone, gets the info that 2 players are there, doesn't tag anyone, but still wants to peek with the operator, and a nice wide swing coming out of aKis to find the headshot.
Those are the chances they have to take. No way, sinatraa hits that one as well. Finesse comes around, looks like he was gonna have it just past that curveball, but sinatraa is making everything work when he needs to. It's up to zombs though, as the team was able to get in, Envy that is, into the B site and extend this one more round for themselves and maybe more as they continue to push Sentinels back a bit.
It's kind of fun to watch right now because Sentinels are investing so much in that B long. We're constantly watching ShahZam. Meanwhile, kaboose is just powering his way through with the Raze equipment. The utility has been clearing it out. Once he gets onto site, he and mummAy explode out. mummAy's Blade Storm does the damage, and Envy stays in this one. Zombs is just trying to keep his gun here and definitely not hand it over to the opposition. But so far, Sentinel's still in a pretty good place, and here come the blades from
watch
mummAy.
his back. That could be a TP out from the other side. I was going to say, yeah, here comes aKis to teleport through, but it's mummAy. He's delivering the Cutco. He gives that to Zom and says, here you go. These are free. Coming in now to our 17th round, and Envy is holding on by a thread, trying to make it work, and they do finally do it. They hit the bankroll of Sentinels hard enough. There's maybe a few more rounds in favor of Envy.
Vandal in the hands of kaboose. If we can watch this young man.
Ooh.
He has been very strong. 14 kills, only 11 deaths. This is definitely his best performance on this map that I've seen so far in the tournament. A little late, though, as most of the success has come on the attack. dapr set up, and of course it'll be a shorty, or actually it's a ghost in the hands of ShahZam. There were some shorties out, but it looks like those are over at U-Haul, and everyone is stacking up long B. aKis is like, where's sinatraa and ShahZam? They're always here.
Yeah, and you can see how they play differently, right? It's like, we don't really need to use util here going in onto an eco round. So Envy playing it smart, knowing they can walk in and get these mid-range fights that are going to be way in their favor.
Teleport comes through. sinatraa drops with a frenzy in hand. dapr is going to go with the stinger, and kaboose is going to be taken down.
Stinger's so scary, Bucket.
2,900 credits on the ground. Those will be scooped up. And that could be a small mistake. That could cost them. We'll see if Sentinels try and commit here, or if it's going to be sick just saving that weapon for the following round.
It looks like the rotation around allows just Sentinels to save. I like the spawn play coming in from dapr.
And Zombs is still in hookah, and he's telling me I want to just make sure no one exits this direction. His teammate has B long watch. They'll both drop back to mid, most likely.
I feel like dapr's on a don't die, I'm going to use the bathroom.
Okay. There we go. dapr, enjoy your break.
I'm back.
Pet the dog.
Yep.
All right.
And they know they're coming to do a buy, right? So it doesn't feel too bad for them to jump in and give it a whirl on the side of Sentinel.
Yeah, and let's take a look here at the ultimate scenario, though, because I think you're going to see a run it back invested from an aggressive sinatraa. He just wants to finish this one. Already at 10 assists as well to go with those 17 kills. Nice work. But keep your eyes also on kaboose, because he's got the rocket, and if they get a single kill, Finesse is going to throw that hat instantly.
This is actually really funny because it's something ShahZam has mentioned before when people ask him, and he says, yeah, we might have trouble on game point. We seem to lose a few rounds as soon as we get 12, and over again it does happen, right? A few rounds here accrued by the side of Envy once we see Sentinels get to that game point. Maybe they just sit back in a chair a bit and say, here it is, but you're right. I think this is going to be a little bit of strength coming in from sinatraa as that Phoenix run it back is here.
And it's coming through Portal. I think that's exactly the game plan. We're going to slow it down. We'll protect his body, and then we'll send sinatraa on the attack once they move into hookah. Is kaboose going to be ready for it? dapr making some noise, going to try and bait it. Here comes sinatraa. Curveball perfectly timed with that door opening, but kaboose is there. Vandal is strong, and he's going to pull out the rocket. So opening pick going to Envy. ShahZam gets out with his life for now.
Playing towards long, great kill by ShahZam. Another one maybe just runs out as he has got to get the reload mid-fight. And this is Envy trying to make their way in. 3v3 to stay alive on map 2 of the grand finals here, as it may go to a game 3 for Sentinels. Will it happen? The push in, Calypso 1-2, and FNS drops him to keep Envy alive.
All right, we're up to 6.
Long way to go. The light is at the end of the tunnel, but it's only a speck right now for Envy. They have a lot of work to do, and Raze is here on this round versus 3 ults from Sentinels.
And observers, if you can hit that tab button, let's go ahead and show the audience how these rounds have worked out. It was 11 straight. 11 straight for the Sentinels on their attacks. Once they've gone over to the defensive end, though, you can see clearly some trouble, and the important rounds have been clutched up. We'll see what the Sentinels can do here with 3 ults still to go. It was a big investment from Envy when it comes to the ultimate category in that previous round. And mummAy's going to get a 2-for-1. Sinatraa and ShahZam finally punished, trying to do their little bait and switch at B long.
aKis there over the shoulder of mummAy. Quick pie to the face of dapr as they are on B once again. We're not seeing many A takes at all throughout this entire map, Puckett. And Envy again will set up shop in B.
mummAy really looking clean on the operator. It's not just that collateral shot at the start. It's the angles he's holding. Zombs with a stinger able to find aKis. So they continue to make it a bit expensive, but you can see these guys are just overflowing with credits in the Envy bank account. Sentinels will go back to a bye, a light round there. And they'll have to be less aggressive on their defensive attempts.
I think it's beautiful that Envy keeps going B as well. It plays to the way that Sentinels' strengths are working right now. Sentinels was able to pretty much do anything, hit their shots, and make it work. That's what A is all about. Why go to A, give them long ranges, hard to pick up trade kills when you can be in B, right behind your teammate, covering that tub, covering the hookah, and Envy is swarming right now, and it seems like it's working for him. A lot of ultimates up here in round 20, Puckett.
Yeah, mummAy's 3K is going to earn him the Blade Storm. Also, keep your eyes on the Sages this round. I really don't like the idea of aKis peeking first. Save that res if you can. On the other side, same thing goes for Sick, but already it's kaboose who's going to be dropped in the hookah this time around, losing the 1v1.
Has not been a spot that Sentinels was really able to grab, so this will slow down Envy just a bit. Oh my word, ShahZam.
He aims up with the second shot, where everyone else would aim down the ramp. He expects the updraft.
That's a really good point. I mean, he did Jett mine from ShahZam as well, as these players can think of what each other might be doing to escape. Get a quick dance out of the way of that Hunter's Fury. A B take again. They may walk this in until seen with a bit of util coming from behind. We can see Calypso ready to throw out maybe something towards that elbow.
aKis says, I don't mind being first. Comes in, takes Sinatraa down.
Yep.
Numbers don't matter to this man. And Sick, he is going to be behind the enemy lines. Could potentially throw up the wall. And he is going to stand on top of it, but can't see over this dark cover.
TP? There it is. He was bouncing out so fast you could almost tell, seeing that it was going to be the rotation from FNS. The in-game leader calls that it's going to be an A hit, and we'll see how Sentinels get back on this. mummAy gets taken down as they knew he'd be there to stop the res.
That was such a big brain play to try and set up for the res, a bigger brain play to punish it.
Seriously.
Zombs already finding one head, looking for another, as it's going to be Finesse pushing through the clouds. Behind enemy lines, trigger discipline, can't connect it though, only had 5 bullets in his magazine.
Oh, the missed off shot by ShahZam there is definitely going to not pay off. The defuse coming in now. Ooh, Calypso goes down. That's going to be all they needed. After the first shot, they knew where he was, and that will be the round that Sentinels need to take map.